Yo, 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 welcome back to another episode of Five Bloodline. I'm your host, Cash Money. Here, joined by our guest today, the man himself, Aaron Savage Lopez. Want to tell the people a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. First of all, thank you so much, Cash Money, for having me on the Bloodline podcast. Super excited to be here. A little bit about myself. I've been training martial arts since I was 7 years old. I started in, like an after school karate program. Loved it so much. As I got older, the UFC came around, and someone like me when I was, younger, I was watching it, I was like, man, I could do that. Like I love martial arts. I love the sparring aspect. I could get to that. And then you know, as time went on, I found the right gyms to be in. I've been in quite a few places training and really focusing on making my pro debut this year. I've kind of switched gears from MMA. Like I would love to still compete in MMA, but my big focus is pro kickboxing, pro Muay Thai, trying to get signed to Karate Combat League. Karate Combat League, hit your boy up. Let's
Oh,
get
for
this
sure.
rocking.
Sure. Heck yeah,
Heck
man.
yeah.
We love it. You're always a big inspiration to me. I've seen a lot of your fights, man. I love your Muay Thai. It's super clean. I like your loopy punches, man. Man, I just think of that knockout every time, man. I'm just like, damn. I'm just
I
like,
have quite a few. That flying sidekick is definitely on my highlight reel. Uh, have a couple more there, and we'll keep them coming. Keep the
oh, for
people
sure.
entertained.
Yeah, let's go, man. What's the future look like, man? You got any fights booked, or what's going on?
So, yeah, right now I don't have any fights booked. I train out of Havoc MMA up here in Broomfield, Colorado. Shout out to Havoc. Um, Last year I got a spinning heel kick by our boy Igor.
Oh, Yashino Igor?
Yeah, I wasn't
Yeah,
fighting him, we were sparring, and he outweighs me, but we both know like how
yeah, he's a
Igor can
big dude.
move, and he caught me good, man. I think he broke a rib or two, and that took me out of commission for a little while. Like
Freaking
I
Igor.
knew I would have to give my body time to recover from that, and I gave myself some time. I remember I was training. I went to Michigan and I was training there with some guys, and I just got touched on the ribs, and I was like, "Ooh, that's still sensitive." And then I was sparring at Peak a couple weeks later. My boy Gino caught me pretty good with a body shot. And it wasn't like he was going really hard, but like after that, I was just like, man, I really need to just let this thing heal. Like I can't just keep pushing through it because I won't get back. So I had to take a little bit of time off to let that heal. I ended up getting a new job at a karate school called Ripple Effect Martial Arts, and then uh, yeah, just was taking some time off. I did a little bit of training at high altitude. I really enjoyed it. It's a little far for me to get to. Havoc is right around the corner from my job. So I've been getting to classes there and training with the pro team, and yeah, getting back to form, and hopefully we'll have a pro debut coming up later this year.
Oh, for sure, man. We always love that coach. But without further ado, we got some big fights this weekend, some crazy press
Mm.
conferences. We got middleweight champion Hamza Chimaev going up against the number three ranked Sean Strickland. It's gonna be a crazy fight. Obviously, there's a lot of build up, a lot of beef, and tell me what you think about all that, man. The Hamza.
That beef is crazy. Um, Yeah, I'm really, really excited for that fight. I've got to go with Strickland, like, USA
Wow.
baby all day, USA all day. Um, as fun and entertaining as, all the trash talk is, like, I'm a pretty traditional martial artist. I teach kids, I teach adults. My passion is teaching and, working with the kids. And we always, in martial arts, especially like traditional martial arts, one of the foundations is respect.
100%.
And I I get it. I totally get it. Like when you don't like somebody, the trash talk, it sells fights. Um, I've never been like other than entertained by it, it makes me sad if I'm totally honest. But again, I totally get it as a fighter. Like you're wanting to sell, there's heated emotions, there's a lot on the line. So I get it, but I don't always care for it, especially when it gets the way like it did with the at the face off, like kicking your opponent. Like you're gonna have plenty of time to do all of that. Like, be classy. Be classy. Set a good example. Like people look up to you guys. So that's my 2 cents on the trash talk. But yeah, I'm super pumped for that fight. It's gonna be legit.
Man, I think it's gonna be crazy, man. But I'm just a little surprised you're on Strickland, man. I'm on Hamza. I mean, it's hard to bet against Hamza after that last fight, man. He broke my heart. One of my favorite fighters, Dracus Duplessis. He just, did what a man does to a boy, and just, manhandled my guy Dracus. So
Yeah, you can't count Chimaev out. Like I said, it's a little bit more of my heart vote. I know it's going to be a really hard fight for Strickland. So, but yeah, I'm going Strickland all the way.
Strickland can push the pace, man. He's got really good cardio for a 5 round fight. His striking's really good. He's got a good really Philly show. Like, he
Hmm.
can give Hamza
Yeah,
some work.
yeah, I think he could give him some work too. We don't see a whole lot of Strickland's wrestling in a lot of his fights, but we have seen it. We know that he can wrestle. It'll just be can he compete at that high of a level of wrestling? And they were going back and forth because they've trained together and stuff. I haven't seen any of the footage of them training, but he was bumping his gums saying, "I can wrestle with you." So I can't wait to see it.
Man, I mean, I see the both of them, saying like, ah, I did this to you in sparring, you ran off, and then like Hamza saying like, you didn't meet me here, and I told you to meet me here for a fight in the street. But the one clip that I did see was Sean Strickland when they when they had that camp together, was Strickland going up to Hamza, telling him, yo, like take it easy on some of these young guys. That that made me believe a little bit more with Shemaev.
I see, I see. I don't know. I mean, I didn't see that, but if he's telling him to take it easy on some of the young guys, that's a good training partner. Like I actually talked about that in one of my reels just recently. About being in a good gym and obviously you need dogs, you need to be pushed. Sometimes you need to get, hit hard or taken down and beaten up because that's what the other person's going to try to do to you regardless. So you need to have those hard sparring rounds, but you also need to take care of your training partners. Again, it comes back to that respect thing. Especially like for me, I'm training at Havoc and I fight at 125 pounds. I walk around at 140. Hopefully I wouldn't be sparring with some of those guys, but if I'm sparring with you, like, you have a huge advantage. So you got to take care of your training partners or you don't have training partners.
100%, yeah, And then just back to the respect thing, I totally know what you mean. I've seen it. I've seen you before, man. Your number one thing always in class was respect and discipline. So I 100% see where you're coming from. That these fools do not.
No, none. And
They're-
hey, that's the fight game. Like you can't respect everybody. I totally get that too. Like these are big fights. It's, big paydays for these guys. Their legacy is on the line. And when you start, trash talking like that for both of them, like respect goes out the window. And I mean, as much as I talk about respect, here's one thing that bothers me is like when you're fighting, they, bring you to the center of the ring. If you guys choose to touch gloves there, you can choose to touch gloves there. But I can't stand when referees like try to force it or like
yeah,
you're in the third round or whatever and they're like, come here and touch gloves. It's like, no, like respect is gone right now. Like
yeah,
he wants to hurt me, I want to hurt him. Like let us finish our job. And if we choose to, we'll touch gloves at the end of it. I always respect whoever I'm fighting before and after the fight. During the fight, like I'm here to hurt you. You're here to hurt me. We're here to put on a show. Sorry.
yeah. I mean, truth. It's a fight game, but hey, we got some people watching, man. We got 13 total viewers in the Twitch. We got a couple questions for you. They're looking up. Make sure you guys go check out his Instagram. Savage Lopez 03, I believe, is your tag, right?
Yes, sir.
Y'all find out a little bit more about him. He's on there. Uh, Question for you. They're asking what your favorite move is. Like, with I think stand up is what they're trying to ask. His like
My favorite
his favorite move.
my favorite move, I have 2 of them, are my spinning kicks. Spinning kicks are, one of my specialty, and elbows, baby.
Oh
Spinning
man,
kicks and elbows all day.
man, I love the elbows, man. Especially the up one, man. It's so clean. If you land that,
Mhm.
or
Yeah, you
Michael
guys could
Page
also
too.
find my fights on, YouTube. If you look up AaRON Lopez fights, pretty much the main one and a lot of the top ones. Um, Last year I hit a, 12-6 over the top in a Muay Thai fight.
That was
Yeah, those
that was
elbows and
badass though.
spinning kicks, man, are my shit.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's when you won the belt, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
125-pound elimination belt for Sparta.
Heck yeah, man. That's awesome. I want to get into. Eventually, I want to get into Sparta too. I want to do all that. Just busy trying to find a gym right now because Peak. I don't know, man. Peak's a maybe right now. There's a couple other gyms I was looking at. Obviously Tiger Beetle and I forgot what the other one was called, but mainly I think I want to go try out Tiger Beetle because I know they train children over there. Or I guess what you call it, 15, so or 14.
Teams, yeah. I mean, Havoc has classes for you too, man.
Oh
Come
really?
check out Havoc.
Oh, so okay, so with Havoc, I could train there, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Actually, one of
okay.
my students from Peak reached out not too long ago, and she was asking where I train at and where I would recommend, and I told her Havoc. She's like, "Oh, that's right around the corner from me." So yeah, last I heard from her, she said that she went in and signed up, and she's going to be in classes. I'm usually there in the morning and afternoon, because like I said, I'm teaching karate, so I got to be here usually by like 2 o'clock. But yeah, that's where I'm at, and there's some dogs in there. Carlos Villain Valdez. I can't remember which promotion it was, but he just won a belt. We've got a bunch of guys coming up for fights, and yeah, we have a lot of people that roll through there. So
That's
it's a
awesome, man.
really
Yeah,
good gym.
I'll for sure check that out. But let's further ado, we'll get some of the questions later. We got a couple. We got actually a lot of questions for you, Coach.
Heck yeah.
Damn, some
Well, get to
fans in
know
here, huh?
me.
Savage Crew.
Savage Crew, Sav out, guys.
Heck yeah. Open up with the first fight on our main card here. Excuse me, my TV is acting like it's brand new. Here. Oh, here we go. Opening up, we got a lightweight bout between I guess his name is King Green now. His original name was Bobby Green. Yep.
Bobby
We
Green.
got Bobby Green going up against Jeremy Stevens in a lightweight bout. Uh, I'm incredibly sorry for this. My TV's not TVing.
It's all good, man. Who do you got on that one?
Oh, see, I think it's gonna be such a dogfight, but man, it's hard to go against King Green. He's just so
I
like
can't.
long and power. He has power.
Anytime he's fighting, I'm King Green all the way. I love his style, hands down, like very elusive. Um, I it's a style that I try to mimic a lot for sure, especially with the different backgrounds that I have. Yeah, he's an entertainer. And I actually watched his Joe Rogan podcast with him and his coach and like just everything that they've been through together. Like, yeah, I'm a King Green fan all day.
Sure, yeah,
Jeremy
I bet he's a
Stevens
big.
is you can't sleep on him either. Like that fool hits hard. Like
Yeah.
he's very talented, very skilled, but King Green,
Even for his age, man, he's still kicking at 39 years old. Like he's quick. He's got power.
yeah. I mean, I'm 34, so I'm a little bit of an older fighter myself. It's a young man's sport, but people are learning how to take care of their body better, recovering. There's so much science now that goes into it versus just we just get in there and fight. So people's careers are a lot longer now, and it gives me some hope. Trying to make a pro debut at 34, I know I can do it. Like if these guys can do it, there's no reason I can't.
For sure, man. Yeah, you're skilled, man. You're such a good fighter, and you definitely got that, coach. I see it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sure, yeah, we got lightweight bout. We got King Green and Jeremy Stevens. King Green's MMA record is 34-17. This will be his 50th UFC fight, and he is the minus 300 favorite. He's 3-2 in his last five. Compared to Jeremy Stevens, also a UFC veteran, the 250 dog, 29-22 in his MMA career, and 1-4 in his last five. We were talking with King Green. I think he's gonna put him to sleep. Honestly, I think he's just longer. And Jeremy Stevens, he's just not the same anymore, man. Ever since that Connor diss back in like 2016, I don't think he's been the same.
He's been fighting some bare knuckle too, hasn't he?
Uh, I believe he did the bare knuckle or something like that with McGregor.
Um, no, Stevens. I think Stevens was doing a little bit of bare knuckle. I
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that bare knuckle is brutal. Like you end up accumulating a lot of scar tissue. Um, just getting hit bare fist is rough. So it'll be interesting to see. You can't count him out, but yeah, he hasn't quite been the same. And I don't know if it was the McGregor diss or like I know he's had a couple of losses, but yeah, we'll see.
He's done some brutal fights too. Man. I've seen him get cut up, especially that the bare knuckle fight.
Yeah,
Man, that was
yeah.
bad. His lip, oh.
A lot of those bare knuckle guys, like that's kind of like the end of their career. To be doing that in the middle of your career and then going back into the UFC. Like I don't think he was ever cut from the UFC, right? But yeah, that's crazy. A lot of those guys, like I said, they do it at the end of their career, not in the middle of it. So it'll be interesting. Interesting fight.
I said we get to questions at the end, but this is the funny one. What do you think of Dana White's power slap?
Oh, dude, that's a great question. Man, I get that it's bringing in money. Like if you're making money, you can't hate on it too much, but it's ridiculous. I think it's
Yeah,
absolutely ridiculous. There
it's
are
a joke.
people like myself who, have trained their whole life and put their blood, sweat, and everything into the sport, and it's like a sideshow. Like and especially for Dana White, no disrespect, but to put his name on that, I get it. It's bringing money, so I'm not. But yeah, you're never gonna catch me doing no power slap.
Yeah, I would say yeah. They just asked if you would ever do. I don't. There's not enough money in this world. I'd have to like slap first.
You guys
And,
catch me in bare knuckle at the end of my career before I'm doing power slapping.
yeah, if anything, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
bare knuckle, maybe not even that. I really love like back to like Karate Combat League or One, how they're doing
Oh yeah, one
striking
Texas.
in the MMA gloves. So you don't get as much surface area to block. You got to be on your P's and Q's with your blocks and your head movement in the little gloves. And yeah, I fought MMA before, and there's a big difference when you feel yourself hit somebody with those small gloves versus the big gloves. And you don't always have to hit them really hard. You can just touch, 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 and then rip, touch, 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 and then rip. Uh, if everybody here knows Nick Diaz,
Oh yeah,
uh, he was a master at that. Like his gas tank, and he like every shot wasn't always 100%. 70 to 85% sometimes is all you need. Get people, blocking and trying to move, and then just boom, rip something hard. So yeah, I like fighting small gloves.
yeah. It's almost like I see that a lot too. Like Max Holloway, like he doesn't hit the hardest, but he'll hit you so much that eventually you just go out. Like just like the Gaethje. Like Max was
Yeah.
tagging him the whole fight, hitting him with hard shots. That kick they did. That's how. I
Hmm.
mean, I want to learn how to do that one day. Like that crazy kick he did at the end of the first round, where he like jumped in the air and like kicked him in the face. It was crazy.
Man, we're gonna have to get back together and train. I can
Oh,
show
for
you all
sure.
the jump, crazy spin, flashy kicks.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Man, it's just yeah, but like that. The death by what do they call it? It's like the death by a thousand scratches or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And it's just
Yeah.
eventually, man, like yeah, the both the Diaz brothers are great at that. Max Holloway, just those guys. They don't hit you 100%, but they'll just tag you, tag you, tag you, tag you.
Hmm. I had a coach, Frank Brown, who compared it to bees and sharks. Like, 1,000 bees sting you will do just as much damage as one big ass shark bite.
Oh, for
So,
sure, yeah.
yeah, sometimes you just gotta sting, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Oh,
Muhammad
yeah.
Ali, baby.
Oh, yeah. I see one of those in Hawaii. I took a picture of it. I have it as my screensaver.
Heck yeah.
Sure. So I always I look up to that dude so much. We almost have the same name, so I spelled mine with a K. Cassius. Cassius.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yes,
close.
sir. You know it. Cassius Clay.
But moving on next, I'm actually super excited for this fight. I've been waiting them to book this fight for a fat minute. But we got a welterweight bout between Sean Brady and Joaquin Buckley. Sean Brady is 18-2 in his MMA career, the 185 dog, and 2-3 in his last five. Coming off a knockout loss to the one of the highest ranked welterweights in that division, Michael Morales. Compared to Joaquin Buckley, the 160 dog, 21-7 in his MMA career, and 4-1 in his last five, with that one loss being to possibly one of the greatest welterweights of all time. Also, one of the guys who trains out here in Denver, Kamaru Usman. And, it's a really good opponent. Didn't really do much against him. Who we got?
That one's a tough one. I really like Brady. I've seen a couple of his fights recently, but I think Joaquin Buckley. I'm gonna go with Joaquin
Wow.
Buckley. Like that jump spinning reverse
Oh,
kick.
how that dude caught
I
that
don't
that
know
one
if
time.
lightning can strike twice, but I want to see that again, Buckley. Let's hit
Yeah.
that shit.
Unfortunately, I don't
He's
think we'll be
very
seeing that here.
athletic. He's I mean both of them I'm sure have great grappling. Sean Brady's a little bit more of a jiu-jitsu specialist. Joaquin Buckley can hit hard as long as he can keep it on the feet. I got Buckley.
Man, that's interesting, man. This one is so hard to pick because I love Buck, I love Brady. Actually,
Mhm.
Joaquin Buckley, he followed me on Instagram a while ago. It just out of the blue. I looked at
Heck
my
yeah.
phone, I was like, okay.
Dude, that means that your podcast is growing. That's awesome. Like you're getting some reach. You're getting, fighters following you, wanting to see what you're talking about. That is sweet,
First
man.
time, yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you for coming on too, man. You're I believe, the third fighter coming on our show, joining the thing with Brandon Royval, Sam Alvey, and now you. So much love for coming on,
Heck
man.
yeah. Good company to be in.
Yeah, so I think we've had other fighters. Like I know Dominic Reyes commented on one of our videos a while ago, and who was it? Um, oh yeah, but and then Buckley, yeah, he reposted one of our videos on Instagram. So much love to them.
Sweet.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah, thank you guys. Helping the little guys grow big, get big.
Oh yeah,
Smiling Sam Alvey, you fought for Karate Combat League. Give
yeah.
your boy a shout out.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I got on. He actually invited me to one of his jujitsu things, but I don't think he got the memo when I said I live in Denver. Yeah,
Yeah.
Colorado, because I believe he's in where is it? I think he's in Austin or something like that. Yeah, he invited me to one
I
of his
mean,
like jujitsu camps. I was like, sorry, bro.
yeah, have to make a little bit more of a flight plan for that one.
Send a private jet. But nah,
If
nah.
he sends a private jet, you let me know. We'll go hit all the jiu-jitsu tournaments
Oh yeah,
or seminars, whatever it is.
for sure. Yeah, I'm taking Sean Brady on this one, man. It's hard to go against Buck because he hits like a truck. I just rhymed on even me too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But like you said, that his kicks, man, like that one fight, I think that's honestly that's in my like top 10. I think when that dude caught the
Oh
kick
yeah.
and he came back and bam, like hit him with the
Ooh.
I don't
Yeah.
blame the other fighter either. Like if I caught a kick like that and then you do something like that, I don't. There's not a whole lot I think I would do.
A lot of people don't see it. In karate, it's called a two-touch kick,
Mm-hmm.
back kick.
Two touch spinning side
But
kick, right?
having your foot caught like that, like Raymond Daniels hit one, in Glory, and he threw like a back leg side kick, jump spinning kick, and caught his opponent. And a lot of times we'll use like the kick to set up the other kick, and a lot of times requires you to make contact so that you can kind of push off with that foot. Um, but yeah, having your foot caught and swept to the side and be able to follow the momentum, beautiful.
Yeah, also I would just do like a Joshua Van, just boom, you know,
Yeah,
uh, you know.
we're gonna talk about him in a minute too.
Yeah, we're getting there, but yeah, I got Sean Brady by a finish. I think he's gonna bring Buckley down and tap him out. His jujitsu is
Okay.
so high advanced. I feel like if Buckley might throw a kick, Sean Brady will catch it and bring him down. And then he's just a master when it comes to jujitsu.
Mhm.
I'm locking in with Sean
Yeah.
Brady.
All right.
Oh, see, Joaquin Buckley's an underdog though. It's hard
I
to go
mean,
against
a lot
him.
of times I end up going with the underdog, man.
Always, we love that on
Somehow,
Fight Club
some way, I end up picking the underdog. So we'll see.
for sure. Ooh, this is also a big fight that I like a lot. we got a heavyweight bout between Alexander Volkov and Waldo Cortez Acosta. Alexander Volkov is 39-11 in his MMA career, the 180 favorite, and 4-1 in his last five. Compared to the upcoming star Waldo Cortez Acosta, the 155 underdog, 17-2 in his MMA career and 4-1 in his last five. The big knockout win coming over Derek Lewis. I don't know if you can count that a knockout. He jabbed him, Derek Lewis slipped and gave up. You know, I don't really count that. I feel like it's more of just the like cool you beat Derek Lewis up in the rankings.
Well, I mean, Derek Lewis is a knockout artist himself. So to knock out like the knockout king of the UFC, boy's got that tatted on his chest. Like
Yeah.
that says a lot. What's Waldo's Acosta's nickname again? Is it Coconut Bombs?
It was something like
Coconut Head?
it was like I thought it was Dominican Poppy because that's like his thing.
I don't think so. I think it's Coconut something. Maybe somebody in the comments knows.
Coconut.
But ooh, who do you got on that one?
For this one, man, I couldn't choose. It's so hard because Volkov. He's so tall. He's like, isn't he like I believe he's the yeah, he's 6'7". That dude's huge. He's like he's got so much range behind his kicks. Like that spinning back fist, which is one of my favorite moves personally. The one that hit him with
Yeah,
Cyril Gone
good
last
one.
year, man, that rocked him so bad. That
Yeah.
was just crazy. But does he stand a chance against Waldo Cortez Acosta striking? I don't think so. I think Waldo's also going to take him out. He's younger. He's more up and coming. Volkov, he's been chinned before. Derek Lewis. I believe Tom Aspinall dropped him and then finished him on the ground. So he's
Mhm.
chipping and he's a little bit older too. It's just the ground game. He's gonna have to get close to Waldo Cortez Acosta, and get close, he could get hit. So
Exactly. And being a taller fighter, like I fight at 125 pounds, I'm 5'10", and like when you're having to strike against somebody smaller, like you have to punch down, and they're already going to be in a low stance, so he's going to have to punch down even more. And like you said, when you have to get close to close that range and you're punching down, you lose a lot of your power. Um, at least in my experience. So yeah, I kind of have Waldo Acosta on this one too.
mhm. Now pull up the Twitch. Oh, okay, wait, hold on. What is Waldo Cortez's nickname, guys? He just dropped that in there. Oh, my computer almost died. Screen went black for a second. I was like, oh, I'm plugging in real
Oh.
quick. Freaking my math teacher. We had math testing today. Killed my computer. I told him I was like, I need it later for the show. Make it quick. We're moving on. I think what is it the co-main event? Right, it is.
The 125ers.
This is I believe your weight class, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, you got Joshua Van all day. You got that, coach.
Yeah, I got Joshua Van for a pick.
Oh,
Like I said, my focus is a little more on striking right now. Like I love MMA, I love the ground game, but I'm a striker at heart, and like I understand mixed martial arts and I understand jujitsu, so I'm entertained by it. I'm always entertained by it, but the entertainment is on the feet. Like a lot of people don't know grappling like we do. So a lot of people think it's boring. I don't think it's boring, but I'm all about the knockout highlight reels. So yeah, get me standing up, keep me standing up, and that's where I'm happy. But Karate Combat League does allow a little bit of ground and pound, and their rules are a little bit back and forth, it seems like. I saw someone catch a choke, not to get off track, but yeah, I like the rule set of like you're only on the ground for a little bit and then they make you get up and let's bang, bro.
yeah, yeah, that's for sure. I like Joshua Van a lot. But I was in Vegas for International Fight Week last year. I actually got to go watch the fight.
Cool.
It just broke my heart when he did our boy Brandon Royval like that. Uh,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
watching.
I
I was like, "Come
agree.
on, Brandon, give it to him." Yeah, he was giving it to him,
Yeah.
but just Van was just bah, 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 like, oh man, I don't even want to think about it.
No, I won't think about it either. Because yeah, I wanted to see that 125 UFC belt back here in Denver.
Oh, man, I
Brandon
want Brandon
Royval,
that belt so bad.
he is so was such a humble dude, such a good guy. But when he's in the ring, raw dog, man, that fool's a gangster. And like I said, I actually had a really cool experience with Brandon years ago. I was in King Supers, and I believe he was working there at the time.
Oh, no
And
way.
we had just fought on a card together, and he was, I think it might have been his pro debut or like his last elimination fight. I don't even remember. But I just went up to him. I was like, "You're Brandon Royval." He was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Man, like I think you're so awesome." Like, kind of fanboyed him. But I was just like, keep doing what you're doing. He was like, "Man, I know you too. I see you in there. Like, I know that you're putting in work. You keep doing it too." And that was awesome. A lot of people sometimes when they're getting up there like through the ranks and stuff, they don't stay humble. And he's a humble dude. Every time I see him, he'll chat with me. Shout out Brandon Raw Dog Roy Val.
Yeah, man,
We
that's my
love you in
guy.
Denver, brother.
Besides, you got me in trouble one time. So it seems like the 4 kids, 6 baby mamas.
No,
Oh,
maybe not. I don't know.
that,
There's so many like memes and like things that you kids say nowadays that I'm just
yeah.
like, what? Like that 6'7". Like,
Oh man. Oh, see, it's my generation, which is a sad thing. Like I don't even be doing all that. Like, it's I don't even get into it for with all that, man. I'm disappointed.
you're an
Disappointed.
old soul. You're an old soul.
An old soul. But we got a flyweight bout between Joshua Van and Tatsuro Taira. Joshua Van is 16-2 in his MMA career, the 170 dog, and 5-0 in his last five. Coming off a very controversial win against Alexandre Pantoja. We'll get to that though in a second. But he's going up against a young buck, Tatsuro Taira, the minus 200 favorite, 18-1 in his MMA career and 4-1 in his last five. That one loss being to our guy, Brandon Rodog Royval. Matter of fact, since we're talking so much about Brandon, he gifted me an autographed picture a little bit ago when I seen him. So just shout outs to him. I just want to show it off quick. Very cool.
Hey,
That's
that's
my
some cool
dog.
memorabilia.
And this is such a hard fight to pick. I like both of them a lot. My dad's a huge Joshua Van fan. Like even every time I play the UFC game, this fool's like, "Go whoever, I got Van." And I'll go Pantoja and I'll sub him like I think 3 minutes into the first round.
Yeah.
And that's the Pantoja, man. Do you count that as a win, man? I just gotta hear your thoughts about this before I
What
get
happened
to it.
again? I think I missed that one, if I'm being honest.
So they were the co-main event to the Volkanovski fight. When he fought David
Okay.
Lopez the second time, and Alexander Pantoja, he had thrown a head kick against Joshua Van. Van caught it,
Uh-huh.
threw him forward, and Pantoja broke his arm so bad. His arm was like, how your arm goes this way?
Hmm.
His arm was like
Yep.
like this.
Okay. See, here's the thing really quick before getting into that. I always go to like my homeboy's house to watch the fights most of the time, and we can get to chatting and stuff, and you miss those things. Freak accidents, nobody ever wants to win that way, but I mean, it's a combat sport, and if the accident happens, that's all she wrote. Sucks. It sucks to go out that way, but yeah,
I don't like him, man. He's been really cocky about it too. He's like saying, "Oh, I beat the champ," blah 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 blah. Dude, Pantoja didn't. That was his first strike of the fight. I believe it was like 30 seconds into the first round. Joshua Van, he had thrown a couple strikes, he hit Pantoja, but Pantoja just moving around, right, measuring distance. Finally threw up that head kick. It connected, it hit Van. But Van caught it, like literally, like threw him forward and just bam, broke his arm in half. It was so bad. And
yeah,
they took the title, and I guess he's the champ now. I don't respect it. He's been really cocky about it too. Yeah,
yeah.
he's already one of my ops right now. If you know what he did to our dog Brandon. If I
Yeah. Well, and at the press conference, they were talking about, he wanted to come back and really make a statement that he is the champ and like, it's not just luck. So I'm How do you say the other guy's name?
Tatsuro Taira.
Tatsuro Tairo. I haven't seen a whole lot of him. Just from what I've seen, he's kind of like a kickboxer, a little more of a kickboxing base.
Well, he's actually more
Yeah,
well-rounded, I'd say. He's pretty good everywhere.
everybody in the UFC is good everywhere. Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like if you just kind of watch like the way that people move, like you could tell like his background like probably like started in striking. That's the thing though, man. Like again, I'm a little bit older and like when I started watching the UFC, like and this was even before like or yeah, it was after like it had already been started, like the first fights were here in Denver in like 92. And at that point, like everybody was so specialized. It was like which martial art is better. And now, like especially like the generation that I'm in and the generation coming up, like they have so much experience in every aspect of the game. But it's such a hard one, such a hard pick, but I'm gonna have to go with Van.
that's crazy. Is there any way you think Van's gonna win?
I think he's gonna knock him out,
Wow,
or
that's a crazy take, coach.
knockout, knockout or decision, man.
Man, I got Tattoo Tara by a sub. I just don't think Josh Van's ready. He hasn't. I mean, Baron Royval is a big win. And I guess if you count Pantoja, just because like, he said like a Brazil like a black belt jiu-jitsu should know how to fall. Obviously you show not a lot. Break fall. But how he had him up was like
Mhm.
on one leg. He was basically like I guess he had him like this, like he had thrown the
Yeah.
head kick and then he caught him and like threw him forward.
And
And
then planting that arm. Dude, I fractured my arm in a similar way. And it wasn't the fall, but like my training partner had picked me up and brought me down, and I had done the break fall the right way, and my arm was on the outside, and my partner had his leg on the inside, and I went to post and stand up, and he didn't move. He was trying to keep me on the ground, and like as I posted to stand up, I ended up fracturing my own arm.
uh,
So yeah, those accidents happen, but yeah, it sucks.
me personally, I think if Pantoja, he's been put in the gym a lot. I've seen some of his sparring footage. Like he's already back training. I think if he's 100% healthy, I don't know if that right hand's the same, but flyweights, man, you guys could take some damage and be good. You guys recover quick. But yeah, I think
Yeah,
honestly, if Pantoja were to
definitely.
come back, he would mop either of these guys. But that's
I
not gonna.
agree.
Brandon comes in, beats the smack out of Pantoja. But I'm much respect to Pantoja, one of my favorite fighters ever. But not against Brandon.
Raw Dog's gonna bring that belt here. It's
Yeah,
going to happen.
either him or Gaethje. Gaethje. I'm praying.
Yes, sir. Gaethje's awesome too. Another awesome human being. I've gotten to talk with him a couple of times, and again, this another very humble, very, very down to earth person.
My funny story. I think like 2 weeks ago, my dad saw him in his truck, and my dad he drives around a little jet, not a Jetta, but what is it? I think it actually is a little Jetta. Yeah, it's all cool. Like he got like cool like the subwoofers, and he saw Gaethje
Nice.
in his truck. He was like, "Hey, let's race!" And they, I guess they raced, and Gaethje just blew my dad out the water because he has a pretty cool truck, I guess.
Heck
Pretty
yeah.
cool story. I also seen him in Vegas too. Very like you said, very humble person. He took the time to give me a fist bump. His line was huge to go meet him. But he gave me a fist bump when I was walking by. Very cool dude. And yeah, no, you're
Yeah.
100% correct.
So you think Tasura's gonna submit Van?
Oh, for sure, yeah. Van's not ready. He's too young. He hasn't had a big test yet. If he were to be like Brandon Moreno, or like maybe even a guy called France, I'd say he has more of a shot. But he hasn't fought nobody like Tatsuro Taira. And honestly, I hope Tatsuro wins the belt too, since he's been training here in Denver. He's got the Tiger Beetle and Van training with Sandagan. Royval. Seen Gaethje and Usman pop up there a couple times. Same with Trevor Whitman. And yeah,
It's funny that you say Tiger Beetle because I've been hearing a lot about them. They're a little bit down south from me, but yeah, one of these days hopefully I can pop in there and see what all the buzz is about. My
sure.
boy Caleb Clayton is talking about training there, and yeah, a couple of dudes I know are talking about heading down that way and get some training, so I'm gonna have to join them.
Oh, for sure. I believe it's ran by Corey Sandagan and one of his friends.
Okay.
So yeah, pretty cool. I met Corey too in Vegas. I met all the guys from Denver there. You know, he's very humble too. He's very humble. He's very funny too. He was making some funny jokes to this one guy. Yeah, he's very cool dude.
I've seen Corey around a little bit. I talked to him in Wyoming. I can't remember if I was fighting on the card or if it was a teammate fighting on the card. I think I was because I definitely didn't stop and talk to him for very long, but he's a really cool dude. When I was checking out high altitude, I saw him in there. I saw a lot of UFC UFC caliber people in there. I was like, man, like it's crazy when that's your dream and that's where you want to be and you see all these people in the gym, you're like, man, like these are the right places. High altitude, Havoc, Tiger Beetle, Onyx, pound for pound. Like we have a lot of legit camps here. And the cool thing is like all the pros, like they'll go Genesis, they'll go train at all of these places. Like cross training is so important. And some like old school coaches don't realize like that's the nature of the game now. It's not just locked down to your gym. It's go here, pick up a skill here, pick up a skill there. Bruce Lee said it best. I said it on one of my reels just the other day. Take what's useful, discard what's not, and add what's uniquely your own. And you can't take something useful unless you're getting useful things from everywhere.
Sure, yeah.
So
My buddies, I sent them a couple of your reels. They're liking them.
heck yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you for reposting and thank you for helping me out with that.
always, man. Yeah,
I actually got picked up by like a kind of like a management social media group called Evo. Shout out to the Evo fight team. They have all been just super cool. Like, we
I
only
think I've
know
heard
each
of
other
them.
online, but yeah, it's been such a cool experience. I've only been with the team for a couple of weeks, but my stuff is getting pushed out, and that's a really big part of fighting nowadays. It's not like, can you just fight? Are you a personality? Do people want to see you? Do people want to, get behind your brand? So they've been really helping me with that. I'm super excited to see where it takes me.
Sure, yeah. And just to clarify, the chat did come up with the name for Waldo Cortez. It is Salsa Boy.
Salsa Boy, who am I thinking of that's Coconut Bomb?
Yeah,
Salsa Boy.
something like that. That's
That shit's
funny.
dope.
That's my guy. We already know it's that time. We got the main event of the evening. We got a middleweight
The
title fight
main
between
event.
Hamza Chimaev and Sean Strickland. Chimaev is 15-0 in his MMA career, never lost a fight. The 450 favorite and 5-0 in his last five, coming off his victory to win that belt against Jurgis Duplessis in a fight that I don't want to remember. Going up against the challenger Sean Strickland, the minus 350 dog, 30-7 in his MMA career, 3-2 in his last five, coming off a big knockout win over Anthony Fluffy Hernandez. And beating Izzy, that was one of his biggest, I think, fights ever. Like he was he like the biggest underdog? He ended up like mopping Izzy for 5 rounds.
Yeah, he was a really big underdog, and yeah, I'm an Adesanya fan. I remember watching that fight, and I like Strickland. I like Strickland a lot, but watching that fight, I had Izzy,
Me too.
and yeah, he put him to work. So yeah, I think I want to see Strickland win it. I know it's going to be a really hard fight because Chimaev comes out hard and fast. Well, let's hit Strickland's stats real quick before we get into that.
Doing stats, it's 6.4 strikes landed per minute, 42 striking accuracy, and then 4.57 strikes absorbed per minute. Then he's got 60% defense. His takedown average is 0.71. The takedown accuracy is 64, and that takedown defense is 76. Which I believe that's going to be one of the big aspects in this fight is his takedown defense because he says he's got really good counter wrestling, and always, like you said it. Like he doesn't really have to show his wrestling a whole lot because he prefers to go in there and just take his anger out on whoever he's fighting. And
Well, when you can stop the takedown 76% of the time, like
that's a
that's
good
a
number.
high stat. Like I don't think many people are ever gonna hit 100, but 76, that's impressive.
Yeah, that's. But thing is, man, Hamza, that dude
Mhm.
is a killer. They call him. Is he like the wolf?
I don't even know. He is a killer. Like I remember when I watched his debut, like just how fast he came out and got the takedown and finished that fight. I was like, "Oh, this dude's gonna be a problem for
The,
sure."
his debut was it the UFC debut or
Uh-huh. Yeah, his UFC debut.
didn't he knock that guy out? Wasn't it like Joe Mearshart?
I can't remember exactly, but I just remember he came out like a fucking freight train.
Yeah,
Like he's going for takedowns. If he gets you down, like he's looking to beat the shit out of you.
yeah, he's a
Like he
monster.
is a scary dude for sure. What's his takedown percentage?
Hamza
Yeah.
90.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a hard fight for sure.
85% takedown defense.
Yeah.
You'll never have to use that, but 90% takedown accuracy. I don't think there's a lot of fighters, maybe like Khabib or Islam at
Hmm.
most. But I don't think there's nobody like Hamza. That's why we're going by Hamza Chimaev, man. As much as he broke my heart last time, I had a few words with him on Instagram, but he didn't respond to me. Uh, he's just, at the end of the day, man. If I gotta be real, he's probably one of the greatest fighters active right now. Just like what he did that last fight, man. That was. I don't know if you watched it, but that was dominance for 5 rounds. There was like 4 10-8 rounds. I,
Yeah,
I
no,
believe he had
he's very, very dominant. I
like
believe I did
700
watch that
strikes.
one. Like I said, I need to tell my boys to chill out and turn the volume up so I can pay a little bit more attention. Them boys like to chat and chill during the fights. So maybe I'll just watch them at my place. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. I'll be there.
Yeah, can't be doing the homies like that. Come on now, coach.
Yeah.
Oh, we already know we got the fights on. We get the pizza, get the wings. If we're not on,
Okay, okay.
not on a cut,
If we're not on a cut, yeah. No pizza and wings if we're not cutting.
sure. But man, I got Hamza. Hear me out. Hear me out. Just hear me out. Hamza by TKO.
Palms out by TKO.
I think
It
he's
could
pissed him off.
it could happen. It can happen, and them boys do not like each other, and a lot of times, you know, people don't like each other. They're a little bit more inept, if that's the right word. They're more willing to stand and strike because they want to hurt somebody. I definitely still think that Chimaev will go for the takedowns, but like I said, anytime I've seen him go for a takedown, he's not hunting submissions or laying and praying. He's getting you
For the
down
love
and
of the
he's
game.
going to work. So just stand up. Jiu-jitsu's not real. Wrestling's not real. Just stand up. Not at that level. But like we were saying, and my boy, when I got Strickland, he's got the wrestling prowess, and we haven't seen a lot of it. So, will he be able to stop the takedown if he gets taken down, stand back up, and get back to where he wants to be?
I mean, yeah, I just don't know what's more like scarier than like a very like pissed off Muslim who knows how to like fight at that type of level.
You know what's
Mhm.
scarier than a pissed off Muslim? A pissed off American, baby. USA all
Hey,
day.
hey, I'm USA all day, but this dude swallows people. Like he, when he goes like that Kevin Holland fight, wasn't it like 20 seconds and he shot the double leg, flipped him all around, ended up getting his back and like tapped him and the Robert Whitaker fight too. And he like break his jaw.
Yeah, yeah,
He folded all his teeth in. Man, that was something.
yeah.
I felt really bad for Whitaker that time.
I like my teeth, yeah.
Yeah, me
That's
too. I was
actually
like,
like
me too. I just got braces not
I
long
don't know
ago,
if
man.
it's even in the comments, but that's like, one of my biggest fears. I would always make sure I have a good mouthpiece and everything. But yeah, I like my teeth. I don't want to have to get a bridge or veneers or fake teeth. But
100%.
hey, I mean, it's part of the game though too. If you're not what am I trying to say? You have to be willing to accept like I could come out of this a totally different person, you know?
Like, yeah,
You
I
gotta
mean,
accept that, and if you can't accept it, then you're gonna be scared, and, like, there is an aspect or an element of fear, but that's why you train. That's why you train hard so that when you go in there, like you don't give a fuck. And again, check out my Instagram, Savage Lopez 303. It's something I was talking about today. You know, you just it's a switch that you have to flip. You got to be able to flip that switch. And once you're in there, it's like, I'm here to do work. I don't care what happens to me. I don't care what happens to you. I'm coming out here to hurt you.
Yeah, I feel
So
like that's always the right mindset. Like I'm going in there like it's either you or me, man. And that's always just the mindset that I've always like had. It's either you or me, man. I'm walking out of there.
exactly. I'm walking
Yeah.
out of here under my own free will.
Me personally, I have some issues with some UFC fighters. Like obviously Hamza, after that Dricus fight, I told him like sent him a location. Like you may take me down, but I'm letting it feel on you. You might get me, but I'm gonna hit you one time before you get me. But
That's a brave call out, sir.
yeah, that's it's a scary one, but I got that, coach. I got that.
All day.
Go put me in. I got him. I got him.
Put me in, coach.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I just feel like Hamzat's gonna end up getting him on the cage. Either he's gonna do a hip toss, or he'll get Strickland down. I already know it. I'm willing to put money on that. He'll get Strickland down.
I can't argue with that. Yeah, his pressure will put Strickland on the back foot, on the
I'm sure Strickland will
fence.
get up though.
If he's on the fence, yeah, he's gonna get taken down. I do think he's gonna be able to get back up from, again, my experience drawn from that. And that's one of the hardest parts of MMA. Like especially as somebody who wants to strike more, like when that grappling and pressure against the cage or having to get back up, it's totally different muscle groups that you're using. Like your striking is all quick twitch, and then your wrestling and jujitsu, like you're holding, you're squeezing, you're trying to control somebody else on the ground while they're trying to get up, or you're on your back and you're trying to get up, which is even more exhausting, and that burns your arms out, burns your legs out. It just burns you out. And then you finally do get back up to your feet. You get that separation or the round ends, and then you got to go back. Like I remember I had one fight. I had this dude in a standing guillotine. I was trying to finish it like John Jones finished my boy. I think it was
Yeah,
Leoto. It was
yeah.
Machida, yeah, who choked him out against the fence.
That was
And
crazy.
I thought I was gonna get that choke, man. And then the round ended or he got out. I can't remember. That's one of the only fights that's not on YouTube. I have a couple that aren't there, but I really wish I could watch that fight back. But I remember after in between rounds, like I'm sitting there, I'm trying to like shake my arms out. My coaches are, rubbing the arms, trying to get the lactic acid moving.
It's so
And
bad. I've done that so many
like I
times.
couldn't throw punches after. Like it was so hard to throw punches, and even though like you can throw them when you hit somebody and they don't have a pop on them, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It just turned into a longer night.
It kills you. It's like your arms just feel like dead weight. It's like I've done that so many times. Obviously at peak, you've seen me rolling. I've gotten dudes in guillotines. I'm trying to pull it back so hard. Like some of the bigger guys, I forgot his name, but he had curly hair. He was around. I think he was around like same weight as me. He's really good. I believe he was a purple or a brown belt. I had him in guillotine. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. And then he just flipped me over. I was like, oh no.
Oh no.
They just yeah, it was it's the one drill where they got two dudes, two students in the sitting right there, and then it's a line. Everybody goes tries. It's like King of the Hill kind of.
Uh-huh.
It was that
Yeah.
drill, and they said you set up one of your good guys, and I was next, and I was like, all right, let's go. I had him.
Was
I
that
had
me?
him.
I sent them in?
Uh,
I was running that class.
so say what?
Were you saying I was running that class? Did I Shark Tank you guys? Did I bring a bunch of purple belts and brown belts in?
Yeah, you had your best guys go out there. You and Phil.
Yeah.
I went out there. I thought I
I
had it.
didn't
I thought
remember. Oh no. You took a little break and then you came back while me and Phil were coaching together.
Mhm.
That's right. That's right. Man, I've known you for a long time, Cash.
Hey, yeah, but hey, man, I've known you since I was little, man. I believe I started training when I was what, like 6, maybe,
hmm
maybe 7.
Yeah, 6'7".
Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, coach forever, man. No matter what, we gotta get training again, man. I'm so hungry. I want it back, man. I've been wanting to train for so long.
What's been holding you back right now? Like, why
Coming
haven't you
back,
been training?
high school, man, it's hard. I got so much
Yeah.
like work and all that, and then obviously, podcasts. I took a little break. At the time I was doing football as well. It was a lot of my body. I wasn't the biggest guy in football. You saw me. Like I wasn't the biggest, but in football, you know what a nose guard is?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I got eaten up in the trench. I was getting like I remember I didn't like this a whole lot from my teammates, but since I was a rookie, I was like the new guy. They'd pick me up by like my chest. They pick me up and slam me like on the back of my head. I was like, that was the first time I think I've been really rocked like that. I was like, whoa, this new.
I
And so I'll
remember.
go right after football practice. I'll go straight to peak and just be all beat up.
Yeah, that's rough. I um I wasn't training MMA back in high school. It was all karate, and traditional karate is a lot different than MMA, like very different from MMA. Like we have
Mm.
katas and forms and combinations, and we do sparring, but like karate, sparring, and taekwondo, especially for kids, like it's one thing that kind of disappoints me. Like, obviously, we don't want kids beating the tar out of each other, but like taekwondo and karate, a lot of it's come down to like the point fighting and stuff like that. That's why I love karate combat because it's actual like combat karate. Um, but yeah, I remember even wrestling in high school and then having to go to karate for a couple hours. And at that point, I was a second degree black belt, and I would, help teach some of the classes. I would do my own training, have homework. Like, yeah, it's tough. It's definitely tough. I wanted to play football actually when I was in high school, and I had to kind of pick between getting my second degree or being able to play football, and I picked my second degree, and I'm really glad I made that choice.
Yeah, I was
Definitely
gonna say
saved my
I love
body and
MMA
added
way more
some
than
years to
football.
my fight career for sure.
Yeah, football.
But I do love me some football.
Yeah, I see. I love watching it too. I do fantasy every year, but man, playing it, it just wasn't my thing. Everybody was bigger than me. It was like our defensive line at Lakewood. Like all those dudes were at least almost like 5'11", like 6 foot. Like they're all like at least 210, 215. At the
Damn, you
time, I
kids
was
get
like,
that big? That's crazy.
yeah, with my buddy Marquez, Rosendo, Tristan, all those big guys.
Mhm.
They just eat me up. My coach had
Yeah.
so much faith in me. They put me on like a 1-on-3 one time. I,
Uh-huh.
I was the football. I felt like they literally like threw me to another one. They alley ooped me. But yeah, yeah. I loved MMA. That's always my heart. Way more than football. I mean, football was fun and all. It's great. It made my cardio really good. I loved it. But not like MMA.
Yeah,
MMA is always in my heart. Fighting is my thing.
most definitely. Most definitely. There's something about, MMA, like you have to have a team. I've tried to uh be an independent fighter, do my own thing with a couple of friends and stuff like that, fight out of the karate gym, whatever. Like nobody knew how to get me there. And then when I started finding the teams like DCL MMA, pound for pound, high altitude, peak, havoc, like all of those places that like really, specialize in MMA or combat sports. You have to, what I'm getting at is you have to have a team. You got to have people around you who are better. I refer to a training triangle a lot. And it was actually me and Professor Friesen that were talking about this, and it was actually more of like a life conversation, not so much training. But he was saying, you got your training triangle. You need to have people who aren't necessarily on your level, maybe not as good as you. You need to have people who are on your level, just as good as you, and you need to have the people that are better than you, and that you can try out and get better utilizing and helping other guys grow that aren't as good as you. And then the people who are on your level, obviously, they're going to push you. You guys are going to be able to uh, get better together. But the people who are better than you, they're going to push you to get better. And, taking it to life, you don't need a certain part of that triangle. The people who aren't on your level and they're not doing what you're doing or they don't have the same mindset or goals, cut them out. All you need are the people
So
that are on your level and the people that are better.
that's why I love training with those guys that are like way like more skilled and they're longer than me and a little bit bigger. Just at, like the peak. I love training those guys. Like my favorite drill is that one where we throw, but like you're not like hitting them, but like you're going right to their face. That was my favorite drill. Just walking around doing that. Like it just
Uh,
that really helped me a lot
Drillers make killers.
for sure. Yeah, you know. But we got some pretty good questions in the chat. They always
All
put
right,
this
I'm
in.
ready.
If you're in a bar fight, for they asked it in two questions actually. They said, would you rather have Dustin Poirier on your side or Justin Gaethje? And then the other question was, who would be your three fighters that you'd have on your team?
Okay, so if I'm in a bar fight and I got one person to have my back, Justin Gaethje.
You're taking Gaethje over Poirier?
I mean, I that's a hard question. Um, but yeah, I'm taking Gaethje. I know that fool. Both of them are dogs. It's not like neither one of them wouldn't help you out. But I just like Gaethje's style, and I think for like a bar fight, like hands up, chin down, hucking bombs,
For
I
sure.
think Gaethje's gonna catch somebody.
Oh yeah. See, I feel like I'll go more Poirier. I feel like you know if I were to make like some type of mistake, I feel like Poirier's got me. I feel like he wouldn't be drinking too crazy. I feel like like, he'd be dropping fools. You know that's Poirier's thing.
Oh, you're okay. I see where you're thinking. You think
He's got me
Gaethje's
to
gonna
drive
be?
home. He's more responsible. I feel like Gaethje would just be like slamming beers, bam, bam, leg kick, bam. Like I feel like Gaethje would be more ruthless and like less like okay, you want to throw, let's throw. Like you know what I mean? Like, you
Okay,
want to
I
get
respect it.
down. But yeah, either pick's really good. And then they asked your top like three fighters you have on a team to go against alien invasion. That I think these are questions from the. Do you know? Are you familiar with Nina Drama?
No, I don't think so.
She's one of like the UFC reporters. She always asks fighters these questions. And they're putting it in the chat. Yeah, if you had to take like a team of five of UFC fighters to go fight against aliens, like say if they're like breaking into the Earth or doing whatever aliens do,
Okay.
they
Can I
always
just
put this
get
question
Sean
in.
Strickland times five?
Yeah, five Stricklands. You know, if it's a good day, give him a gun.
Yeah. Um, I would have to say Strickland,
Well,
um,
you know,
Strickland, Chimaev.
I feel like those two are trying to
Um,
like fight each other. That's the only issue I see with that.
we'll have to put them on opposite ends of the alien invasion, but I would definitely take both of them. Um, man, I'm trying to think of all the fighters. I always go to like to a lot of like the past fighters. Um, I
Bronze
need some
Bruce.
heavyweights, like Frank Mir. Uh, I would. Wow, why am I drawing a blank? Derek Lewis.
Derek Lewis, listen, oh man,
And we need another small guy. I'm going with Brandon Royval.
Brandon
No, Brandon
Royval.
Royval will hold it down.
I don't know why, but I just feel like Brandon Royval, as soon as the first alien come out, I feel like he's just throwing that front two. Boom! I don't know why. I feel like it's just like the most Brandon Royval thing to do.
I really hope we don't have to fight aliens bare knuckle or bare.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. I don't. What kind of alien does it have? Like multiple arms? Just a little
I
green
think it's just
guy?
like the normal, not like those super crazy ones from like that movie with them, like where they got those things coming out there. But I feel like normal aliens with like big ass heads.
Okay. Okay.
I
Yeah.
I don't
Hopefully
know.
we have weapons because I know they got like laser beams and shit.
Yeah, yeah, we might be done. We might be done. See, that's where Strickland comes in.
Right.
Now, see. I'm quite the opposite as you. I'm going with the new guys. I'm going like Francis Ngannou, Alex Pereira,
Um, how could I forget Ngannou?
Like
Yeah.
maybe even John Jones. I'm building me a wall.
D- you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I was trying to spread the love, but yeah, get all the heavyweights.
Yeah,
Get
I'm
all
building
those
me at
big
least like
guys.
I'm getting me like a big old line, like dudes that are just straight up Like Francis Ngannou outspear John Jones. Oh man, that's a.
There we go.
I'm not talking right now Jones. Right now Jones might get tired. I'm talking like DC Cormier Jones.
Wow, I don't think John Jones is tired. I don't think so.
I actually
You
thinking about
say
it now. I
tired or
don't.
retired?
You're
John
retired.
Jones is a scary, scary guy. And one thing that I think is really cool about John Jones is like he's very well read. Like one thing I was hearing about was like he read The Art of War, and um I've read it too. Really, really good book. If you like to fight, like just dive into The Art of War. And no, you shouldn't be poking people in the eyes and stuff like that. But
Blowing out
he
the wind.
understands that range. He understands he's such a smart fighter.
His fight
Like
IQ is out the roof. This is
absolutely.
this is out the cage IQ.
Yep.
He's Einstein in the cage, but like he's got the IQ of a squirrel when he's out the cage.
We all make mistakes, but you got to learn from them. That's the big thing. You got to learn from them. You keep repeating the same mistakes, then,
Yeah.
uh, yeah.
So that's something. Much love to John
And then
Jones.
again, and then again, I go back to like people look up to you, especially someone like John Jones.
Oh yeah, I'm
Like
sure.
you got to remember, and this is something I learned from doing karate. Like once you're at a certain level and like you're leading people, you don't sometimes you don't even have a choice. You don't have a choice whether people look up to you or not. So you have to respect that people look up to you and people want to be like you and they see you doing X, Y, and Z and they're like, "Oh, well that means I can do X, Y, and Z." It's like you shouldn't. No, not always. So
100%. See, thoughts on the UFC White House?
freaking awesome. I think it's such a cool idea. I'm personally really excited about the card. I think it's just so cool to see where the sport has come from and where it is now with,
It started here in Denver,
them
man.
having a fight at the White House. I know, started in Denver. It's super cool because that was it was due to our boxing commission and the rules that they would allow. Yeah, at the McNichols. The McNichols isn't even around anymore, but the UFC is started here, baby.
I know it's crazy. It started from here, like they had that sphere a couple what was it, like a couple years ago. They went to the sphere. They had the big
Yeah.
O'Malley fight where Rob did his thing. One of my favorite fighters. I seen him in person,
Barabbas
man. That
cool.
nose is flat. That thing. I love Marab. He gave me a fist bump. He's a really cool dude. But man, that nose. I don't know how he breathes out of that thing, dude. It's like it's straight up flat.
My nose has been broken. Actually, I'm getting hooked up by Respiria too. If you haven't seen them, they're on the Joe Rogan podcast. It's that thing you put up your nose, it helps open your airways
Oh,
up or out.
see, yeah, I think I've seen that a couple times. The just commercials of it.
Yeah, I'm about to be getting mine in the mail, so
Heck
hopefully I
yeah.
can sleep a little bit better. And I'm thinking like I could put it in when I'm running, help open up the
Oh,
airway. Yeah.
heck yeah. Then thoughts on UFC White House press conference.
Have they had a press conference yet?
They did it maybe a couple hours ago because they did it in New York or New. Man, I can't say it. Newark.
New York.
Not New York.
Trying to say it with the accent. No, Newark, New
Newark.
Jersey.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't watched that one. I watched the one for
Survivor.
tomorrow last night, but I'll have to go check that one out.
Yeah, it's just a little recap of it. Everybody had their words, but are you familiar with Josh Hokett?
With who?
Josh Hokett.
I know the name. Haven't seen enough.
He's he's a goon. That's the best way to put it. He like trash talks everybody, but he rhymes with it. And he started mouthing
Okay.
off to like Derek Lewis's like, Derek Lewis, the Black Beast. And what he say was like, He says I'm the
He's the guy that's like kind
oh
of going Randy Savage on everybody.
yeah, he's like
Okay, I
the
know who you're
Black
talking about.
Beast is gonna get his ass beat. And he's like
Yeah.
he started blabbing off to Alex for like straight up like cussing like she said F word like he's like you F and B word blah 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 I'm a shama your mama and like saying some really mean stuff. But Alex Burr, he's Brazilian, so he doesn't understand English. And finally, my personal favorite fighter, and this is I'm not a lot of people like him, but Ilya Taporia. That is my favorite fighter.
Dude, how can you not like Ilya Taporia?
He's
Ilya Taporia is gangsta.
That's what I'm saying.
He when he was fighting for the belt, everybody was betting against him. And me and my boy Blake from Louisiana, me and this dude met on Call of Duty, and we've been pretty good friends. He actually got me a ticket down there to Mardi Gras a couple years ago, and yeah, like we were talking about Ilya Taporia when he was coming up, and both of us were like, people are sleeping on Ilya Taporia.
Really, yeah, like that
And for
Volkanovski
people to
fight.
still be sleeping on him or don't like him, I'm like, the proof is in the pudding. That dude is legit.
He's got that death touch, man. When Taporia hits, it's just I don't know what happened. He just like this
Yeah.
last three fights wasn't. Did he I know he knocked out Volk because I'm his biggest fan. I love Ilya Taporia. Like I was planning to get like his custom shorts and meet him at fight week possibly. If everything goes right with the Gaethje fight and Gaethje doesn't do what Gaethje does. I'm praying he doesn't have a Tony Ferguson type of performance against Ilya.
Right.
But man,
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. Ilya Taporia and Justin Gaethje. Yeah, that. Oh man, you're gonna have to have me back on the show for
oh, for
that one.
sure. Yeah, that's definitely gonna be our biggest episode. We're probably like I reached out to Brandon Royval. That'll probably be like one of our biggest episodes. I reached out to Brandon. He said he might be down for it if he's free. Obviously, we'll probably end up getting you on there for that one. I just want to apologize for my two co-hosts. I got one of my buddies from school. He's a little bit known to MMA. The only reason I say a little bit known is because we'll be sitting in English class and he'll tap me like, "Hey, Cash." I'm like, "What's up? What's up?" And then he'll be like, "Hear me out. If Conor McGregor fought John Jones, he would beat him." I just look at him like I just give him this like what kind of question like you know what I mean? It's just like I love Ro, man. He's a dog. I played football with him. But I just looked at him. I was like, what kind of question? Like, would Conor McGregor beat John Jones?
Yeah, those are those questions that you know you. There's a reason there's weight classes.
That's what
Like
I was like, dude, you realize Conor's like a 145er and Jones heavyweight, like above 200. He was like, yeah, but
and
Conor, man.
Connor's been so inactive. Like I hate to say it, but like right now he's irrelevant. Like he hasn't been doing anything, and that's the thing about this sport. And it's hard for people to understand. And even if you're, and as a fighter, you have to remember like you're only as good as your last performance, and people forget your last performance pretty quickly. People have been asking me over the last year. Like when are you going to fight again? When are you going to fight again? After after the fight's done, after a couple of nights go by, everybody goes on about their life and they're waiting for the next one. So
Right.
you got to stay relevant. You got to stay in there. You got to stay healthy so you're not having to take a bunch of time off. And what you do outside of the cage and outside of training has a big part of that. Like, yeah, you could get injured in camp, but if you're not living your life the right way, it'll take you away from the sport real quick.
For sure, yeah. Yeah, I'm truly sorry for both my co-hosts not showing up. It was Rose's mom's birthday. If we could get a shout out to Rose's mom, you know, much love to her.
Happy
Happy
birthday and
birthday.
happy Mother's Day.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's Mother's
Happy
Day.
Mother's Day weekend, all the mamas.
Yeah. Still gotta get my mom something.
I'm gonna probably go do that right after this, to be honest.
I don't know.
Actually, it's getting kind of late, but I need to make sure I do that tomorrow. You're not wrong.
She took away my Xbox a couple nights ago, so I don't know.
You better still get your mom something.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I actually got something pretty cool planned. But I think that's pretty much it. Wrapping up the card. Obviously, it's getting a little bit late. I know you got some errands to go run. Got some cool reels to go make. Do you want to run through our shout outs right now, or you got anything else you want to talk about?
Let's run through the shout outs, man. Thank you so much for having me, Cash. Like, it means a lot, and it was a lot of fun. Like, I can't wait to be back, and
Oh yeah,
it's really good to see you and just, be able to catch up with you a little bit and see where your life is at. So
sure,
keep
yeah.
growing and keep
Oh,
doing you, man.
heck yeah, man.
But couple of quick shout outs really fast. Shout out to Havoc. Thank you guys for, welcoming me with open arms and helping me grow to the next phase of my career. Shout out to Evo Media, Chance the Milkman, Kretzinger for, you know, just doing what he's doing, getting online and finding all of these guys who he's like, you have so much potential. You got to tap into it. You gotta, you can't just be a fighter. You gotta figure out how to market yourself. And I feel like I have a lot of marketability, but he's really helping me tap into that. Shout out to all the Evo sponsors. There's so many of them. Um, I've only gotten a chance to really touch base with a couple of them. So shout out to Impact. Shout out
That
to Pure House
QR code will be
Brew.
right here. For
What was that?
sorry, my bad interruption, but I'll put the QR code right here for the I forgot what their name was, but they sold like those punching bag backpacks.
Yeah, that backpack. That's Impact.
Impact, yeah, we'll put the Impact
IM.
QR code right here.
Yeah. All my codes are going to be Savage 303 if you are ordering anything from these guys. And yeah, follow me because as I continue my journey with Evo, I'm going to be getting to know a lot more of these sponsors and they're going to be helping me out. So we've got Impact, we've got Zombie Sports Co. Um, we've got Pure House Brew, and we've got Fight Club crates are so far the ones that I've been talking to. Yeah, we're gonna be getting some new gear hooked up with them, and like I said, a lot of them, give the fighters QR codes, discount codes. That way, you guys can save a little bit of money, and we end up being able to make a little bit too. And that helps us so much with whatever it is, food, bills, all the stuff that you have to, do in life. Like just because you're a fighter, don't mean that life stops. You still got all the bills and stuff to pay, but they're making a way for us to, make some money so that we can focus on our dreams and our goals and what we love to do. And that's, fight. And for me, um, it's not just about fighting. Like my goal is to inspire, motivate, and spread the love of Christ. And that's the biggest shout out that I could give is thank you God and thank you Jesus for everything that you're doing in my life and all the wonderful people that you've brought into my life, like yourself and just everybody like that. I think those are the real blessings. Like a lot of people think like material things are their blessings, but I've come to realize in my life that it's not the material stuff. Material stuff, we don't get to take that with us. It's the people that come into our lives and make a difference in the people's lives that we're able to touch and make a difference through what we're doing. And, all glory to God, man.
Sure. Somebody just put a really dope question in there. What is your walkout song when you fight?
Hey, that's a good one.
One last
I've
question before we get to
used
mine.
a lot of them. I've used a lot, but my walkout song is Railroad Track by Willie Moon.
Oh man, I'll check that out. Was it a dope song?
It's a dope song. So, dude, I'll stay here and chat with you all night. So I really liked, I used to use For Real by Ritz, and then for a little while, Colorado, the promotions, they wanted to do away with, people having explicit lyrics and provocative lyrics and drug
Oh yeah,
references. And that song, like, that's the chorus, that's the whole thing.
yeah.
So For Real by Ritz was actually one of my favorite ones that I used to use when they told us we had to, clean it up. I started using a lot of electronic and dubstep. I love dubstep and all of that, but that's kind of a niche kind of music. Not everybody likes it. And when you're coming out to a fight, like people will get hyped, people will get pumped by pretty much whatever you have on. But I wanted to find a song that like people heard and they like started referring like they're like, oh, that's Savage's walkout music. and I wanted it to be something that everybody would like, and I think I found that song, Railroad Track by Willie Moon.
Heck yeah, that's dope. I think I have two. I like the Mortal Kombat, the
Oh, that's hard.
Mortal Kombat, and then this is a personal preference. You know, my name's Cash, so like the WWE. You know, the here comes the money,
Here
money
comes the
talks,
money.
and
Yeah.
then yeah, I think
Yeah.
those
The
two.
WWE, they put the walkout on blast, and you gotta have good music, you gotta be an entertainer. That's something, that we've been talking a lot about in the Evo group is, you know, just your brand. You have to be able to brand yourself. Everybody,
Sure.
not everybody, but everybody in the game, they can fight. Everybody's putting in work. You gotta be able to market yourself and brand yourself. So
Heck yeah. Then just a few sponsors from us at Fight Bloodline. Shout out to Bro Talk MMA. Make sure y'all go check out their MMA podcast. You remember Darren?
I don't.
Do you remember Gabriel?
Mm-mm.
One of my cousins. He was one of your students. Him and Darren Morva.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know who you're talking
Yeah,
about now. Yeah.
that's his podcast. So Bro Talk MMA. Go check out their Etsy store. I'll put the link in the bio for it. Go buy their stuff. They're big supporters of us and sponsors of us, and we're the same with them. Go check out Utica on Spotify. He makes a lot of music. Yeah, he hasn't dropped a song in a minute, but he has some pretty cool ones. I recommend Get
Yeah.
Mo, the pretty good one. Make sure y'all go check out. Ray's gonna get so mad. Oh yeah, Ray Bucks and then Darren T. So make sure y'all go check out Bro Talk MMA. And then since you're coming on our podcast, we're making merch here soon. We're making stickers and T-shirts. What size are you?
Medium.
Medium. Okay, we're gonna hook you up with a shirt and sticker probably. I was gonna make one for
Heck yeah.
Royball and Sam Alvey. Well, I don't know about Sam Alvey. I'd have to ship it out to him. 'Cause he's all the way across the freaking. He's all the way in
Down
Austin. So
south.
yeah, we're gonna get
I
with a
do have a
sticker.
couple do have a couple other sponsors. I've been talking with my community here at Ripple Effect, and we're working on trying to create that ripple effect and see if we can get some sponsors from the community here. And I can't forget my day one sponsor, Kobayan Shabu Shabu and Sushi. Love them. They have some
Love
of the
sushi.
best sushi in Denver. If you're in Denver, check out Kobayan Shabu Shabu and Sushi. And shout out to Marco for always holding it down for me, man. Like he was my day one sponsor. I've been doing this 10 or 11 years, man, and that guy's always taking care of me. So I really appreciate them. My boy Zai Wahab Naya. You guys can check him out on Spotify as well. He made my last shirts. Like we did an interview after everything. Like he is super invested in what I'm doing too. And yeah, I can't wait for him to see this.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, we'll send you all the clips. We'll tag you and everything. And much love for coming on, man. You'll be a third fighter. You're going up on the wall. Let's eventually. I'm gonna get something. Put on all the names of the fighters that we've had on our show.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll keep in touch, and one of these days I'll try to get you some autographed pictures, and I'll get you some of my Savage gear.
Oh,
And
for sure. Yeah.
heck yeah, man.
We got you with some shirts and stickers coming soon. By the way, most likely June. June is the date right now. I'm not 100% sure on it. I still gotta make everything, but we got all the pictures and like what our shirts will. Like all the Five Bloodline shirts, the stickers. We just haven't made it yet.
Look at Cash Money branding himself. Look at all of that, man. I'm so proud of you.
Appreciate it,
Thank you
man.
so much for having me on, man.
Oh, of course, man. But this has been another episode of
Last
Five
one, last
Bloodline.
one.
Oh,
Savage crew, all the Savage crew. Thank you all. Everybody who loves and supports me and has, you know, been rocking with me since day one. Savage crew, Sav out, baby.
43 viewers in this, man. So yeah, we got a lot of people in here.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, this is another episode of Five Bloodline. I'm your host, Cash Money, and we thank you for coming on, bro. And
Yes, sir.
this
I'll
is it.
catch you later, Cash.
Yeah.
Savage crew, Sav out.